Honestly, folks, I'm starting to think Meghan Markle's just playing a very elaborate, very expensive, and frankly, very tedious game of how many brands can I launch. This week, it's the American Riviera Orchard, complete with, you guessed it, jam. And, as Meghan McCain so eloquently put it, I don't want to eat her jam. And you know what? Neither do I. It's not just the jam, though, is it? It's the whole meticulously curated, intensely performative vibe that's become her trademark. It's like watching a lifestyle influencer who's had access to the royal vault and a PR team the size of a small nation. And let's be real, the whole idea of American Riviera Orchard seems so out of touch with the current economical climate. Most people are struggling to pay for groceries, and she is selling what looks like high-end jams. The timing and presentation is simply off. It's as if she exists in a bubble. Now, don't get me wrong. Everyone's entitled to a side hustle, especially when you've got the kind of platform she does. But there's a difference between building a brand and building a persona, and Meghan seems to have blurred those lines beyond recognition. It's also curated. So perfectly imperfect. The rustic chic aesthetic, the carefully placed lemons, the implied narrative of wholesome, artisanal living. It's like a Pinterest board come to life, but without any of the relatable messiness that makes those boards, actually appealing. And that is where the whole thing falls apart. It is very difficult to relate to a person that has had the life she has had. The royal family, the prince, the multiple houses. The extreme wealth. It is very hard to see a relatable person. That is why the persona feels so forced. And let's address the elephant in the room, the constant rebranding. It's like she's searching for an identity, but doing it in the most public, most scrutinized way possible. First, it was the royal rebel, then the podcast powerhouse, and now, the domestic goddess. What's next? A line of artisanal dog biscuits? A self-help book written in calligraphy? The sheer volume of projects is exhausting, and it makes you wonder if there's any genuine passion behind any of them, or if it's just a calculated move to stay relevant. The public is getting tired of it. It is like a constant stream of information that is hard to keep up with, and even harder to care about. The news cycle moves so fast, and she is always in it. Then there's the whole relatability angle, or the lack thereof. She wants to project this image of down-to-earth authenticity, but it's hard to square that with the private jets, the designer wardrobe, and the multi-million-dollar deals. It's like watching someone try to sell you a luxury yacht while wearing a live, laugh, loves t-shirt. The disconnect is jarring. And it is that disconnect that many people are focusing on. It is easy to say that you are a down-to-earth person, but it is much harder to show it.